One of the things that captures the imagination and sparks interest in mythology and folklore are monsters. Creatures and spirits aren't just allegories and metaphorical archetypes used in storytelling. These entities are very much real to many within the pagan and polytheist communities. In honor of this very spooky time of year, we're going to look at 3 creatures in Gaulish Polytheism. Before we start this horror show, it must be said that because of what little information we have, that these beings are attested but are primarily reconstructed. We really don't know if this is how the ancient Gauls saw these creatures. This perspective is coming from Bessus Nouiogalation, or BNG, which means that other traditions in Galata Bessus may not interpret them the same way. We're briefly covering these creatures, so for anyone wanting to know more, I'll add links in the description for the full articles. And as of this recording, I'm still working on one of the articles, so I'll add that link when it's finished. While these spirits are not meant to be messed with, they can be friendly if given proper respect. Well, not so much the third. But we'll get there. With that said, let's start this monster mash. The Douzioi. These shape-shifting goat boys are one of the oldest sources of the modern-day incubus lore. When these guys aren't in their preferred hybrid look, they are known to hide in the wind, especially during storms. On the Caligny calendar, we get Trinoch Samoni, which is when we pray and give offerings to Tyrannus to help drive the Douzioi away, since a Douzios is known to ravage crops. From personal experience, one can be friendly with the Douzios by offering them wine. However, even with a friendly Douzioi, there should always be a sense of caution, especially around Trinoch Samoni. The Koaroi. Say that 5 times fast. The Koaroi are essentially giants, not the fee-fi-fo-fum kind you see in modern media. The Koaroi are interesting as they represent the primal and chaotic aspects of nature, like the Jotnar in Norse mythology, Titans of Greece, Fomori in Ireland, and others. They are the rival group of the primary pantheon. Like those examples, the Koaroi are probably Deivoi to some of the Gaulish tribes, if they choose to be allies to humanity, that is. Others, not so much, as they are depicted on the various Jupiter columns, often with serpentine features, battling Tyrannus. So it's best to be respectful and mind your manners if you come across a Koraros. The Nouiogalation, the Howling Men, werewolves. The name is reconstructed from the taboo tradition. Basically, if you wanted to talk about wolves, you would use an alternate word like Welos, howler, because using its name directly may call it to you, and it's best to avoid a Nouiogalos altogether. Similar to Norse berserkers, Gaulish warriors could tap into pure rage and essentially become a monster. This was clearly a dangerous trick, as Nouiogaloi didn't seem to care about differentiating between friend and foe. A worst case scenario is being cursed as a Nouiogalos. If you committed a horrible crime against the Deivoi or your tribe, you could be cursed and cast out, forced to be a bloodthirsty Nouiogalos for the rest of your days. Not a good pupper. So if you're out in the woods, look out for shape-shifting criminals. Hope you're having a safe and happy Halloween, Samhain, or whatever festival you're participating in. Give us a like and subscribe, and check out BNG if you're enjoying today's show. We'll see you soon.